time to run it up. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies. Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me. I'm number one up on that court, I'm Nick McGrady. The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy. Put in my hours, send the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ and Tom Brady. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. Y'all gon' make me take that trip way out to Europe. I call up Nigeria, come through in a hurry. Those London boys don't come to play, you should get worried. One false move, find yourself, they're getting buried. Dance with the devil, used to love playing those games. Made some bad decisions that brought my mama pain. I made a promise to her, swore that I would change. I'm on the come up, bet I live up to my name. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. I wake up, flex, thumb down now. Check, no drip this. Wet. Tell 'em run it up. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first I stretch. Tell 'em run it up. SOS. 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 I got you yelling SOS. Thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. 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 See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. We get to it, yeah, we do it, yeah, I go up. We influence, yeah, see me moving, yeah, I glow up. Every time I show up, I can flip my switch out. They act like they know us, but they know dog, I'm big dog. Asking if it's still a flex, say they better go ask Booyah. Never think I'm gon' check, better pull up like woo. Come to place and I'm the best, I ain't worried about none who y'all. 24, no rest, stand on business, I'm too tall. SOS, thought you was a threat, I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. 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 See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. All in for the jackpot. Every time I want the last shot. Championship ring. Went to starter from a mascot. Went to rollies from a G-Shock. Brand new kettle, no teapot. You should know I don't play. Go sicko mode like I'm T-Scott. Eagle vision from the treetop. Went to image from a green dot. Never had no limit, but I had some Reeboks. Keep it humble, but the fee's not. In the game, no free spots. But I earn what's mine. Nothing less, I'ma shine. SOS, thought you was a threat. I do real life, do no tip for tat. On the internet, we don't do that. See, I've been a threat, and I've been a vet. Thought you knew that way, I'm cashing checks. I don't owe no debts, I've been through that. See you SOS. 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 See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. SOS. See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. Need a life vest, need no mic check. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it. SOS. 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 See you SOS. We don't talk checks, we get to it
Good morning all. Yes sir, let me see what's going on here. Let's see all systems go. We do look good here, sweet. Let's get it. Today is FOMC day. The day everyone has seemed to be waiting for is upon us. And we have CPI today as well, so very interesting day here. I believe the market, as we roll into New York here, is going to be waiting for the FOMC. Now the big question is, will they cut rates by 0.5 or 0.25? Like, there is some threats now that they're saying they want to cut by 0.5. So definitely going to be interesting here, and a lot to cover here. Now we're going to talk about CPI here. Just let a few more people come in so we're not repeating ourselves. We'll run the analysis as always, and yeah, just get into this. So we have GP CPI in around 20 minutes here. So we need to see what's going to go on. CPI is of course the inflation measure here with the pound. So let's run the analysis first. Overnight, we've had quite some movement in the Forex markets overnight. Asian session. So let's have a look at this. So start off with the daily time frame is still closing bullish here above the range. So on GJ here, we have daily time frame closing above the resistance here. We didn't break daily high, but we are currently now working on potentially this could close bearish and continue down. We kind of have to make that mindset of us continuously looking for buys start to leave, because that's not what we're seeing on GJ. We're seeing kind of a lot of bearish price action on GJ. So even though this looks juicy for this to be a bottom wick and continue up, until we see supports formed on the 4 hour, this thing can just still continue dumping down, retest the 4 hour completely. Now, the only thing is it's engulfed this whole LTA during Asian session here. As we can see, we had a very clean range, and now we're sitting at support zone. So this is the zone. If it does want to create support, this is where it should create support, right? Or not where it should, but this is where it makes sense to create support. So we do have a mixed session here because previous 4 hour candles are also closing bearish here. So we see previous 4 hour closing bearish, previous daily closing bullish, equaling us a mixed session. So for the session, let's bring back drawings, see what we got going on with drawings, how they're looking daily. This is previous daily resistance here. So let's go make sure that's right P for previous daily resistance, so we know, is it still relevant? We will check on lower time frames. 4 hour all looks good here. 4 hour support looks good. 1 hour time frame looks good here. Can move this a little bit. Come on, load, Mr. Tradingview. Tradingview stuck. We need to wait for Tradingview here. Oh, there we go. Now it's finally working. Thank you very much, Mr. Tradingview. So yeah, we can see where that previous daily resistance is coming from, that little zone there, which is the 30-minute. We are seeing as well here, right? We're seeing as well. Apparently my stream is lagged out. Let's see what's going on. Oh no, it's good now. Stream is back. So yeah, looking at the same on the 15, we see a resistance formed at that previous daily. So this is a tough zone. We don't really have much range. We're forming lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. This 15, we did react off it. This was from yesterday. Move that to there, something like this. Yeah, this is an interesting range. I feel we need to run higher time frame. I would like to see 1 hour supports formed. That's the only time frame that's clean here, is the 1 hour. Lower time frame is a little bit messy. So if we can get a change of structure on lower time frame, like a 30-minute, running 15-minute options today is going to be tough since we don't really have 15-minute ranges. Now, if we're going to continue with the selling action here, with the selling action, what would I have to see to continue the sells here? See, we're at target. We're at this support here. So we need to see reaction. We need to see pullbacks and then moves back down. But we do have GBP news here, which could just bring one big candle up or one big candle down. So we have to keep that in mind here. We have to keep that in mind. We could see one big candle up, one big candle down. And you know, that can change the plan here. So ultimately, I'd be looking to execute based on the 1 hour time frame today. More of a higher time frame, you know, more of a higher time frame option here, just because it's the clearness, right? Lower time frame, I don't see really any clean options on 15 till we start breaking below 4 hour supports, or till we start to create structure in here and work our way towards different zones. So if we go ahead and look at GBP USD here, GBP USD looks very interesting here. We've had quite an aggressive dump here overnight. Yesterday, this is a setup. Unfortunately, I was a bit busy. Not busy, but I was injured. But this setup 2 here, breaking the low, very nice continuation. Did actually give a setup 1 here, which was also nice. Wow, that's actually pretty juicy, to be honest. Continuing down this bearish momentum. Now, would it be nice to see the 4-hour close below support here? Makes it a little bit tough, but we do have previous daily closing bearish, previous 4-hour closing bearish as well. Okay, so that's gonna give us a mixed session here, mixed session, and that's what we're looking at. That's what we're looking at. Not mixed session, sorry, bearish session, going nuts. I was thinking about something else. So only sells make sense today until proven otherwise. Now this looks really juicy if we could actually get above here for buys a little bit later, but we are running a bearish session here, so we have to keep that in mind. And we do have this key level here that we have reacted off. If we run down on lower time frames, we can see the 15 reacting off there. What I would love to see is I'd love to see retest back to the top of the range. I want to mark our 4-hour support, which is basically here. So we are trading, so I would like to see a close below the 4-hour support. Let's see if we got that yet. Let's see. We can clone this. Bring this here. 4-hour resistance. Also the 1-hour resistance. So we did have a close below that 4-hour support, which is nice. So what I'd love to see is I'd love to see price pull back now, back towards this zone here. Create a setup 2 and we sell back down to this target here instead of selling these lows. I don't know if this is enough of a range, especially with GBP news. It's about a 1-to-1 if you look at it like that at the moment here. You know, but I don't like this wick rejection zone, especially 15 minutes before news. This current 15-minute candle about to close in 2 minutes here. 5-minute, not really too much structure here. We're sitting at the support zone as well. So I don't want to rush into anything. If we were to look at break of lows here, that's like a 4-pip stop loss. Target here is 3.8. I mean, you would get precisely a 1-to-1. You get precisely a 1-to-1 if it was to continue down here. But the problem is, does it get stuck in drawdown before news? This is CPI news. It's not a small piece of news. It's quite a big piece of news here. So let's have a look at GBP CPI. So they're expecting numbers to come out same as expected, if I remember properly here. There we go. So numbers are expecting to come back at 2.2. We've seen inflation previously come back at lower than expected, which is obviously going to be good for the economy here. Lower numbers are typically result in a bearish move on the pound, because we see what we see basically. We see them have a high chance to what? Reduce interest rates. If they reduce interest rates, then that means that obviously it makes the pound a little bit weaker, as you know, it's easier to borrow it, right? So if we're looking at numbers here, they expect numbers to come back as forecast. I do believe it comes back as forecast. I haven't seen anything that suggests we come back higher. If we come back higher, you will see pound actually spike up here. If we come back lower, like back to 2% that we experienced in July, then yeah, that would continue that bearish move in the pound. The big focus today is the FOMC. This is going to potentially be more than likely a 95% chance to be the first rate cut after 4 years, right? So this is potentially going to be the first rate cut after 4 years here. So definitely something interesting to keep an eye on, because this could be this could set us up for, you know, interesting price action ahead and new economic kind of situations. Because in an interest, so every time historically, and we can go run this down, but every time historically we have cut interest rates, every time historically we have cut interest rates. Let's see chart. See if we can find a chart. So every time we have cut rates, okay, we have always slipped into recession, right? If you go back and check, every time we have cut rates, we have always slipped into recession, like 6 months after, right? 6 months after, we've always slipped into recession. You can go back and search US recessions. right? You can go back and see the recessions, to go to some more recent ones here. Yeah, here's the one. So if you go back, we can see the 1969 here. If we go to 1969, 7, 8, 9, cut interest rates. Look, we were at a peak. Let me just draw this for you. 1969. Let's go back and see. That's one. 1969. 1973, 1975. Go back to that. 75. Check this out. Okay. Go back to the list. Right? This is some really interesting information. 1980. Go back to the list. 1980. Top again. 1981, 1982, go back to the list. 81, 82. Okay, you get the point, right? Look how accurate this is. And look where we are potentially at another rate hike cycle. Even the 2008 crash here, the next 6 to 8 months, 6 to 12 months have always resulted in a recession every single time. And we're at one of those rate cycles there, where potentially these rate reductions could lead into higher inflation, no stimulus of the economy, and we can slip into a recession in the next 6 to 8 months. Very, very important, right? So obviously, if a recession happens, businesses do not do well. We will see stocks crash. We will see all of that happen, right? So this is a very interesting point. This is why today is such an anticipated thing. Not only that, today is very highly anticipated because USD is such a leading economy that what can it do? It can affect other economies, especially smaller countries. Especially smaller countries can be heavily affected, right? It can be very, very, very affected here. So the reason why is because of monetary flows, right? Monetary flows, USD being obviously one of the most major currencies. Most countries will follow suit. Now, the big thing is going to be having the soft landing. What is the soft landing? Soft landing basically means they want to reduce interest rates, which are at inflation, which is at 2.5% right now. They want to get back to 2%, right? That's their target, 2% target. They want to get back to that level. At the same time, they want the labor market to be healthy and increasing job opportunities, okay? And on top of that, they want to see the economy do well, borrowing do well, and companies start to do well. Problem is that if inflation starts to tick up, they will have to hold interest rates higher for longer. Consumers will be feeling inflation, especially in energy sectors, etc. It gets very complicated. That will then lead into less spending. Less spending will lead into another recession here when we start to have our rate cut cycle, like we've seen in these many iterations. Every single time we have cut rates, we have slipped into recession, right? So this is very interesting to see and something that we need to keep in mind. Cutting rates do not mean higher prices. We have had higher prices leading up to the rate cuts. We have seen gold run to all-time highs. We have seen SPX run at highs. We have seen NASDAQ run at highs. We've seen US 30 run at highs. We have seen all major currency run at highs, but that does not mean that the rate cuts will lead to higher prices, right? So today, what can we expect in the rate decision? Obviously, a 50 basis point rate cut is going to be proving that the Fed are very uncertain about the labor market and they need to help the economy. They're trying to help the economy, right? If we see a 0.25, that's expected, and then we can start, I would say maybe we see one more last short squeeze, and then maybe we see a little bit of a pullback from that. So again, it's just waiting for uncertainty to come about. I would say a 0.25 is what's going to happen today. I would be very surprised if they don't cut rates. That would be like the curveball if that was to happen, and then we take it from there. So there'll be obviously a lot of resolution afterwards about the rate cuts, how the economy. But remember, it's not going to be like something drastically changes. It's just going to be something behind us, and then the next economic report is what's going to show the reflection of the adjustments being made. We'll obviously have volume come back in the market, as we will not need to worry about some random moves. We have to remember we're in profit-taking zones on indices and stuff like this. See what this chart is. True inflation rate, yes, true inflation rate is also different, but this is super hard to calculate the true inflation rate here. It's really hard. Have you looked at the calculation for that? It's super confusing, especially when you compare those to bonds. So this is what we're looking at here. This is what we're looking at. So interesting day here. This is why everyone in the market is anticipating it. And this is, obviously you have to realize we're going to be changing something in the economy that has not happened for the length I've been trading Forex. For the length I've been trading Forex, I've been trading in an interest rate, positive interest rate environment, meaning that we are gaining interest, we are raising interest rates. So this is going to be a different environment where now we're in a situation where we're reducing interest rates. If we were to go and see what gold did in all of 2008 and some of the list of our things, so we can see 1980, 2008, 1990s, some of these, just to see what gold was doing in those cycles. We can go on a weekly time frame. We can of course check the 2008, go back to 2008. Here you go, 2008, we saw a gold correction here, followed by a move up, right, after aggressive hike, pretty similar. 1990 as well, what did we see in 1990? 1990 we saw 80, 90, we saw as well pullbacks happen on gold. Let's go ahead and see something like the SPX here, right, the S&P. 2008, what did we see? 2008, obviously we had the crash here. Doesn't allow to show me a little bit further than 2008, but obviously we had a crash followed by bring us to levels. Let's see if this chart will show me Nasdaq a little bit further. Doesn't show me further than that. How about US 30? Do I get a little bit of further data here? No, I only get to 2003 here, but you can go see that most of them have led into a crash. Same with 2008 crash here, COVID crash here, potentially a correction. Now, with how strong the market has been, we might just see a correction down to the 38s, which would be a healthy correction. Now, it's just going to be interesting because it's going to bring a lot of opportunity for downside. We might see this all on the basis of, essentially this happening. Or we could see a complete hedge against the dollar here. It's going to be interesting. We need to see how this is going to affect prices here on the charts. And yeah, right now we have a 65% probabilities of 50% and 35. No, we have a higher percent chance of 25%. Not, it wouldn't be lower. It wouldn't be lower. It can't be lower. Yeah, it will be volatile. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. In terms of us as traders, doesn't really affect us as traders. It actually creates opportunity, but we have to be ready to understand that assets can be, when we go into this transition phase, there could be times of uncertainty and times of heavy volume. And that's what we have to be adaptive as traders. See, as a price action trader, it doesn't really cause too much issues here. But looking at gold here, right? Getting on to gold. Gold, previous daily time frame here. Closing bearish, right? First bearish closure from these highs ahead of FOMC day today. 4-hour time frame also closing bearish. Setup 2 on the 4-hour playing out. So we are bearish bias. 1 hour looking like it wants to continue down. 30-minute as well. So with gold, we have formed a support here. If we start to breach below the support, we will create opportunities for sells. Right, we will create opportunities to sell to fill some of this range here. I'd prefer to see if we could pull back a little bit deeper here, create resistance, and also look to sell down. Also look to sell down on resistance formed here, like a setup 2 towards the downside. So yeah, that's literally what I'm looking at here on all pairs. That's my analysis. So let's see what CPI will come about. Harry, 100% right about the recession. I run a textile company in UK. Lots of businesses have closed. Those still standing say it's the worst in 40 years. People are not spending money. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. But yeah, news here in 5 minutes. Let's see what ends up happening here for the CPI. I expect CPI numbers to come back the same at 2.2. Yeah, let's see what ends up happening and react accordingly to that. We'll put a news poll up. If you haven't already, leave a like on the stream. What is this on? It's on GBP USD. Took sells here in the morning. Yeah, that's up to you if you don't mind getting slipped during news. You know, so you have to, of course, account for slippage. I'm not sure how your broker works, or of course on FTMO how it works during news in terms of market executions, you know. So as long as you account for that, then it's okay. You just have to expect you can be slipped 10, 15 pips if it's something heavy. If it's not, and news goes in your favor, then it's going to be a banger. I would say remove TP, don't set a TP and close manually, you know. So that's kind of like the gamble you take, you know. But yeah, I think, you know, out B already. Oh, it tapped you out B. Well, okay, well, that sorts your situation out. So yeah, why does Claudio take so many trades every day? He's trading more pairs. He trades USD JPY, he trades Euro GBP sometimes, Euro USD, and he likes to give it early options sometimes. But I would say he takes 2 trades a day. Yesterday he said he took 1 trade, so it's not like, I think he just shares more charts, so you guys think he's taking more trade. Remember, every chart he sends doesn't mean he's in the trade. He might be asking about the trade, right? Keep that in mind. So yeah, make sure to do the YouTube business, guys. 376 of us. Let's get the likes up to 150. Hate to say it, but part of the game. 3 minutes here. Let's put a little news vote. Let's put a little news vote. GBP CPI. Let's see what we're saying. Up or down? Let's see what you guys are saying in YouTube chat here. I'm interested to see what YouTube chat is saying. Whipsaw, cause it's priced in. Yeah, I don't think major move unless news comes back crazy. So this one's a little bit hard to predict. But I hope, actually for me personally, because I'm a little bit greedy, today is a day where we really have to be adaptive. Just trade what we see. It is FOMC day. I'm expecting, I come into the market expecting to lose today, right? But there are probabilities still. I mean, it's a tough one, you know. Most traders are not trading today. I understand that, you know. But if I see a clean option, I can take it. If I don't, I'm not going to force anything. And if it loses, I exactly know why. I exactly know why. So 30 seconds here. Let's see what's going. So far, we're moving up. So far, we are moving up. LTA is probably going to fill that up. Yeah, let's see, 22 seconds. Let's see the votes, guys. You have to vote fast. 74% of people saying up. You have 17 seconds to vote. I'm gonna end the vote soon. Okay, I'm gonna end the vote here. So most people saying up. Let's see. See if you guys were right. So far it is moving up. So I guess you're initially right, but we haven't got numbers out yet. So the numbers might come and we might see something. This is good for me. We're not seeing a crazy move because that will not ruin our trading zones. The crazier the move, the more of our trading zones that are ruined. Good. I think it came back as expected. 2.2 as we were talking about. There we go. Came back as expected. So we were on point today and we are blessed that it did not take up our trading zone here. So good. 1 hour candle closing nicely bullish. So we do have a 1 hour support. All we need now is a bottom wick on this 1 hour candle. If we can form like a little thunderstorm here, not thunder, set up 3 on the 15 minute, this will be good. So yes, it is good. It hasn't taken up our zone. GU is pushing up here as well on the 1 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame did close below the range here and below the support. So I'm interested in sells on GU here if we can create some form of resistance. If we can create some form of resistance, I'm looking for some sort of sells here. So I'm gonna let the news candle calm down, but this is good. The higher it goes here, the more I have room to sell. So we'll see how it goes. Open with a gap or what on GU? Let me see on GU if I have a gap. Yeah, I think my I've resampled that gap on my broker. It's kind of like a closed gap, but pushing up so far here. We are seeing a little bit of reaction now come into the markets. But again, this is good for me, as today we have bearish bias on GU. So with bearish bias on GU, if we fake out the top of the range here, we can look for sells, right? Remember, this could just be a selling option here. So the higher it pulls back, the more I can potentially look for sells. But again, with today being FOMC, I have to be extremely careful and understand my probabilities today might not be great. Luckily, it's in the beginning of the month, we can take options. I even woke up today and said, is it really smart for me to show up and trade today, as it's a day of uncertainty? So I have to make all of these decisions today, but I'm definitely going to show up to stream so that we can discuss all of these things, because a lot of good information. We spoke very in depth about these rate cuts and some really good information that most of these YouTube guys can't really explain because they don't know how economics work. As a trader, it's very important to understand how economics works so you can understand market cycles, market flows. Understand when to get involved in the market, when to not, when to let markets. Because I understand now, as we start to shift policy, what will happen is that we will have times of really great movement. I need to maximize, be aggressive, just how we were aggressive at gold all-time highs. And then there's going to be times where we have maybe a little bit of range. That's the time to pull back. So this is what's going to be the difference. And we could have some extreme volatility Q4, guys. Q4 could be extremely interesting this year. I'm looking forward to it because we're going to see a lot of market participants come back into the market to close those commissions for the end of the year. Could see some heavy profit taking, etc., etc. Oh shit, I deleted my message. I'll write it again. Let's smash Q4. Yeah, this could be extremely interesting, man. Remember, this is a Q4 that has not happened in 4 years. It has not happened in 4 years. GU pumping? Yeah, we are pumping on GU here. No bottom wick. Very big pump, to be honest. Already tapped previous daily resistance. 1 minute candles opening gap, gap, gap. Seems action? Well, no, the action is not because of price action. It's because of news. Today's news. This is news move, right? Keep in mind, 10 a.m. we had news today. Make sure to check every morning. Today's gonna be a lot of action, man. We're not chilling today. A lot of action today with FOMC. The problem is you know, are you gonna, if you get on the opposite side of this? What do you think of GBP USD now? It's interesting. I mean, there's nothing you can do with this candle right now. I'm glad we didn't get involved in any type of sells. Would have been annoyed, but right now I still believe if we create resistance we can look to sell, because we're bearish bias. I mean, we are coming in a beautiful zone for buys here, but we can't just buy this one green candle, so I'll need to see support for buys. So yeah, we just need a little bit of price action to form right now, to be honest. A little bit of price action to form. Same on GJ here. Gold is doing what? Gold is still respecting our zone. 1 hour did close with rejection. So if we can pop up higher on gold, we can look for sells back down. All of that good stuff. GJ is coming to a retest zone here. We have a retest zone. This is a major resistance, 186,500. If we start rejecting that, sells will also make sense. We could sell down, which creates a higher low to take buys, right? Definitely possible. See what we end up doing with this price action today. Hi, why don't you trade with big stop loss when you can use smaller lot size and keep the risk low? That doesn't make sense. It's the same risk. Your stop loss is just bigger. Your target has to be bigger. So that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying why don't you trade with a small stop loss and target small pips? It's the same thing. It's relative. Remember, whatever you risk, you need to get back that at least equal, right? You need to get that back at least equal. You can't be trading with big stop loss and then a small target. Normally not a good idea. Chats is frozen. Let me have a look for you, bro. Should fix itself now, don't worry. Still popping up here. So we need to let this news candle calm down, right? Need to let it calm down, decide what it wants to do here. I think if we're going to see buys probably come above previous daily resistance, we are reacting off previous daily resistance quite nicely here. So 5-minute resistance created at it. Do you think trading 2 minutes after news are gambling? That's not the question. The question is there a setup 2 minutes after news? It's not gambling, but is there a setup that follows your plan? If there is a setup that follows your plan, then go ahead. You've tested it. You know the probabilities. It's not gambling. You're following your plan. So I totally agree with that. Oh man, my chair's broken, I think. Okay, now it's working. Is that an Asian high right now? No, we're past Asian high on GU. Even on GJ, we're past Asian high. Yeah. How's the knee? Yeah, it's alright. We'll see. I haven't tested it, just letting it chill. I know this injury. I know what it is. But thanks for asking. Sometimes setup 1 at all-time high fails because you're not doing it right. It has to be done at a specific timing, right? Make sure to check out my all-time high video on my YouTube channel. This tells you how to take setup 1 at all-time highs, right? That's why I made it. Make sure to check that out. Hi, thoughts on gold sells to the bottom of range if we got the opportunity? Not sure from the origin of the move. What do you mean? Did you hear my plan? Is it something different from the plan I made, or? I'm asking, is it valid because majority of 4-hour move has happened? I mean, this is the only option we would have, right? It has happened, but it hasn't tapped anything, right? So we have had a significant move, but it hasn't tapped. I mean, if we did tap, yeah, I would say that's it, game over. You know, we did tap something, it's tough. But yes, we have tapped this previous range from yesterday, but we haven't tapped any major supports. So it still could be valid here. We do still have this range. Just a matter of, does price want to be nasty pre-FOMC and do a liquidity grab? I mean, that's the only thing I would expect today of gold, is that gold would come down here, fake out. That's the only thing you could be. And if it does fake out today, understand that it's just being nasty before FOMC, you know. In your experience, 4 years of trading, is there any new strategy you ever tried? Before, it was very easy to trade news because as an interest rates, you could expect every single time. So a new strategy I had, which was very successful on GJ, was every time we had interest rate decision, right, they were rising. So what we would have is we would have a dump before the interest rates and then a pump. So price would dump and then pump on interest rate decision. So it would also pump on the days leading up to interest rate decision. So all you'd have to do is buy in those days, and you would be able to make profit. So that was one of my strategies for news. But now it's different because you can't really predict what's coming across on the other side. But that was not trading during news. That was holding from the day before or something, understanding that this pattern, and it repeated, like it took maybe 4 times before I saw it repeat. Yeah, this is amazing trade, man. I was looking at this morning when we came to the charts. I saw this and I'm like, oof. If you're at Asian, yeah, this is a very, very textbook setup, you know. Very, very good. Perfect entry, nice top wick to retest the zone. Yeah, it doesn't get better than this. This is the move of the day, I would say, in terms of price action. Beautiful move, right? Close below key level, structure before closing below, not just straight close below. Pretty perfect. So yeah, clean trade, man. A lot of pound strength we're seeing here. 5-minute candles back to back, closing bullish here, as we didn't see numbers come back better than expected. Key level on gold 65. Yeah, next key level would be 65, which is basically these lows here, right? Just below these lows, but it's far enough to, I would say, make a decision if we're closing below. You know, it's about 9 pips. You know, 9 pips gives you some room. Forgot to put the scam likes in chat. Let me put the scam likes. So we're approaching towards the support. 13 minutes for this candle to close here. 5-minute does have higher lows here, so as long as we respect this support here, I mean, we could just bounce up again. So this is why I really want something closing below here. Can we buy on GJ? I wish we could be in part of the buys, but I just don't see anything here where we can just find a buy opportunity. It's just pushed up straight, no bottom wick, still on the 1 hour. So there's nothing really that follows my entry plans. There's no 5-minute structure here. And this would just be breaking my plan FOMO buying right now. So I don't think at the moment I can take a buy, no. GBP USD starting to find resistance at that zone. 15-minute candle can potentially close bearish. You know, I'm quite bullish on GU if it was to create support from here. You know, it did retest this 4 hour, higher low, we could continue up here. Does look quite nice in my opinion. So the only difference that puts me off, but this does make a bit of sense, is that we did close at support, but we closed bearish, so we are bearish session. So I'd say counter trend buys will come from pullbacks and support, which makes my job difficult today because that pullback might be where I want to sell as well. Sells on GU if it goes back in the range, that would make sense. It would make sense if we got that. So yeah, let's have a look at the plans here, right? This is what we want to have a look at, the plans. Had a quick look this morning. So start off with Kyle's plan here. Pretty early plans. This is the problem with making early plans news days. It can be absolutely wiped with news, right? News can come and then we have to be adaptive. So overall, this was good at the time. This is, again, you know, this is very, very, very bad in terms of today's bearish bias, and this is kind of a lazy plan, if I had to be honest. A very, very lazy plan. So no supports are marked, everything is disregarded. You're looking just to sell right when we break the full range here. I think this plan maybe took you know, 10 minutes, maybe less, 2 minutes maybe. Not thought out as well. You literally skip every single range possible. So I really need to see more focus in this, right? This is focus, and this is going to change your results, because immediately, yeah, we know this is messy, but what about this 4 hour support down here? This is not a trading zone for you. You know, when are you going to sell here? In like 3 days? You know, to get from here to here is over 100 pips. You know? So where's the planning going here? I like the buy option, makes perfect sense. 1 hour time frame is good. Make it clear. You don't have to say where the buy will come. Just say looking for buys on with 1 hour supports. Right? But again, the rest of this, it's very bad. Lazy. Step it up. Right? Send plans a little later as well. 8:29 too early. Wait for the 4 hour close, 9 a.m. at least, 9 a.m. So you have the 4 hour close, because your bias is wrong here. It can change in 30 minutes bias, right? So that's some stuff. This is the gold plan here. Pullbacks to continue. Perfect, perfect. Could look for sells. Yeah, that would be nice if we came up there for sells. I do agree. This is GJ plan, potential sells. Yeah, you see, structure first. Buys make sense if we get this at up 5. Yep. Like this, like it's not much different, your two plans, but it makes a massive difference in execution, because he's gonna feel, and this is what I noticed, sometimes you're not comfortable taking trades, and the reason you're not comfortable taking trades is because you didn't plan them, right? I noticed that. You're like, I'm staying out of this because it's something that you didn't see or plan. So then you miss good trades, and then you don't get to trade as much. You don't get to see the progression, right? But whereas if you planned it something like this, so if I end up taking sells below here, it's something that he saw as well. He probably feel more comfortable in that position, right? And be like, yeah, I'm okay with that. I did plan that as well. I'm not gonna, you know, feel emotional in the trade. Harry, how much do you take the weekly into account? Only the beginning of the week? A weekly candle, every week I analyze the weekly candle, every week. Every week I analyze the weekly candle. It's very important. It sets up my week. We spoke about this, right? We spoke about how if it respects this 5-minute support, it can equally reject up as well. So this is why closures are so much information in these markets. Closures give you so much information. It's crazy. That's why I don't like to trade without closures, is because I lack that information. I lack the information that gives me my edge. All right, GBP USD creating resistance here, trying to get back inside the range. So far so good. Now let's see if if this 15-minute candle closes bearish here, see if we can maybe sell this, right? If we close bearish back in the range, look for some sort of retest, and then we should be okay to sell. Just have to make sure that 5-minute does not tap the range and start to create structure, and we start to get moved towards the upside like that. Right, because this is its retest zone. Right now it's at its retest zone. It's a zone where it would break and retest potentially. News candle LTA on GU. Essentially it would be more following the bearish bias, and this is a very impulsive move. So yeah, we could use it, but we're still considering this range here, right? So this is why we're still considering this range, because we do have LTA on 1 hour regardless, but we are at the range highs now. Does analyzing the pound index on 15 help with GJ? I didn't find it useful, no. Do you live trade every day? Yes, we live trade Monday to Friday. Take gold yesterday. There's a few options on gold. Very clean yesterday, yes. Not very clean, but there was a few options. In the range here, not really. I think the best trade yesterday was the GU. GU sells were very nice yesterday. I think that was the best trade. You had two options on GU. First of all, you wait for the breakout. Once the breakout happened, you're looking for a close below here to continue. But realistically, this was the trade. This was the trade set up to stop loss above the range. And if you held this, wow, it's pretty nice, huh? I have a strong feeling GJ would buy instead of sell. Well, a strong feeling is not going to be good in the market. Technically, you have to see why would it be a strong buy. That has to be influenced by something, right? GJ would be a buy, but we have to have a setup to get in, right? We just can't close our eyes and buy, because it could easily retest all the way down to the bottom of the range, 60 pips, and then get back up. So for GJ buys today, I would really like to see set up two formed on the 15-minute towards the upside. Then we can buy the support. We can buy the support. Hopefully fill the news candle and buy the support up. I have a strong feeling I'm going to be a billionaire today. Oh, good luck with that. Before entry, do you check the 5-minute to be sure? I have to have a reason to check the 5-minute. So I can check it, yes. It's no harm, but I always make sure I have a reason to check it, right? There has to be a reason to check it. Two minutes till the 15 closes here. We're struggling at this previous resistance. It's trying to get below, trying to hover above. Do you give signal on FOMC? Yes, I'll give you your signal right now. Be ready, okay? Be ready for this signal. So what you're going to do, okay? Be ready, and I'm going to tell you exactly what to do on MetaTrader, okay? Exactly what to do. So please make sure to copy this exact signal. Very important to copy this exactly. Every single step, because this will make you more money, guaranteed. This will guarantee to make you more money than what's going to happen. So what I want you to do, I want you to go open your mobile device. You will see MetaTrader. I want you to hold MetaTrader down. It will start shaking. At that point, you press remove app. Remove app. Once you press remove app, this will make more money in FOMC. This will be the #1 plan. Remove app. This is going to be your best decision you made today. The best decision you made today is going to be exactly the instructions I told you to follow. So make sure you follow those instructions and tell me how you did with FOMC. Funny but true though, I knew it was coming. This is the best way for him to make money. That's his signal for today. I told you exactly what to do, step by step. All right, if we can close below here, there's two options. We can either just try it going right away, breaking the lows, but we're not looking like we're closing below. Or we can buy on a sell on a retest entry. Retest up to here, create resistance, go down, which I'm kind of looking like what we're gonna do, because we don't want to close below. But we're still closing bearish, so let's see. Let's see. Let's see what price wants to do here. Same bearish close we have on GJ. There was 1 hour bullish engulfing candle, created support, rejecting 50 period EMA with liquidity grab previous bearish candle. It's a strategy I've been populating for a while now. Yes, that's fine as a case, because today we're mixed bias. I can tell you the same case, right? Look, previous daily close, very strong bullish above structure. We have retested previous 4 hour structure. We are rejecting from previous 4 hour structure. 1 hour did close bullish. That's fine. I can tell you that. But we need to find, okay, what's going to be the entry confirmation, because that's where the money is made. How are we going to enter in this trade? Because there's been a big push with news. News has pushed the candle up heavy. So how can we find an entry? That's the thing. I'm also happy to take buys today. But for me to take buys, I need an entry confirmation. My entry confirmation is going to come from pullbacks that will form support so I can buy back up. Or I need range to form, and then we can try continuation trades, which is less. I don't like that, since it's not the cleanest range here. So I really prefer the pullback scenario. So yes, I agree with your plan for buys, but we need to find which is a way to enter, right? I mean, if you're gonna just enter right now blindly, fine, but the problem is, where's target, where's, does it make sense, is it profitable, blah blah blah. Gold is bearish bias, right? We can't buy. Previous 4 hour, yeah. quite a nice buy setup, to be honest. Change of structure. But there's no probabilities for it to play out since it's counter trend. Wow, GBP USD some strength. So maybe we have continuation buys here on GBP USD. We'll keep that in mind. I love pullbacks, man. Hoping to get entered. Nice setup too. Yes. Just got DDoS'd it. Alright, I'm back. I just got DDoS attacked. Holy. I can't show you the DDoS attack because of IP address being there, but I can show you a screenshot of the DDoS attack that just happened. Let me show you. Look at this. Yeah, someone just DDoS'd me. Look at that. Look at that spike. Huge spike. Yeah. I don't know who DDoS'd me, man. Trying to shut me down. Really, look at that. It crashed Zoom, it crashed everything. We're back though, we're back. That's upload, it's coming from your PC. Oh, I don't know what it was. Messed me up. Shut down everything. But we're back though, we're back, right? Everything looks good. Yes, it does. Nice top wick on GU. Nice top wick on GU. 8.9 pips. 10 pips for the full retracement shenanigans. We have now second structure formed, right? We have lower high potential. If this closes next 5-minute bearish, I think we can have an option to try retrace this news. We have about 25 minutes till the 1 hour closes, and 1 hour still has no bottom wick. If we could flip this 1 hour, would be great. If not, if we keep creating support here, we'll have to look for buys above previous daily resistance. Buys will be above previous daily resistance. What's that mean? Well, I'm probably wrong, but normally DDoS attack means that someone like spikes your internet essentially. Not trying to hack you, they just try to overload you. Isn't it supposed to last longer? Yeah, but I don't know what happened, man. I don't know what happened. I think maybe my internet overloaded or something. Man, these buys look pretty juicy, to be honest, but it's counter trend. That would be breaking my rules here, but these look super juicy, man. I do like this setup. But today is not a day to counter trend, I'll tell you that much. Can you stop spamming chat cricket diaries? Looks like you got your wicket taken and now you're out, so too bad. My buy is active from last night. Should I hold my TP or what's your take? It's up to you based on your plan. What is your plan in this? Right, what is your plan? Where's your TP? Where do you want to take profit, etc, etc? Might have a simple continuation on GBP USD here in 6 minutes. Hey Harry, I'm never interested in controversy, but I have a heavy feeling in my chest. I learned from Don Vo. Now everyone is calling him a scam. I'm afraid of the setups. Yeah, man, this is very easy solution towards this. Now realize that it is price action, right? When you're trading something, you're trading price action. You can adapt different strategies to a way that works for you. The main thing is that there was a problem in risk management, right? That's where the problem was. So you have to look at your own work, your own results, and say to yourself, is it working? And in the future, is my risk managed if everything goes to shit? If I hit 5 losses in the row, if I hit 5 losses in a row, God forbid, but I'll be down 5%. Is that bad? No, that's risk managed. If I hit 5 wins in a row, most likely I'll be up 5%. Okay, so you have to just look at if it's working for you, fine, but do not fail in the risk management part, okay, and do not let that put you off. Right, focus on your own results. Just make sure that you understand about risk management. That is part of a plan. Part of having a plan is risk management. I do like that gold buy, but it's just counter trend. I can't take a counter trend. It doesn't follow my plan here. As much as I really want to take this, I'm super tempted, but I've just been slapped with it before. I mean, your TP would have to be all the way up here. It is moving nicely. $10 pips though, not as big as I thought it was moving. Gold is making correction. I believe 5 minutes will sell after. Well, yeah, that will prove my point of counter trend. Recession bias, a strong statistic around FOMC day. Price action is statistically weak around FOMC day. You'll see a lot of random things that supposed to make sense don't make sense, right? Like this was supposed to happen, but it doesn't happen. Okay, GU pushing up here. Will we get the close in 3 minutes is the question. Will it give us a close in 3 minutes? Hopefully it doesn't go too crazy and we get an entry. We might be able to pull out here a little retest entry. Retest to this resistance. Buy. No 5 minute structure, so we can expect that to happen. GJ is not moving as smoothly. Five minute closed above on GU. Yes, 5 minute did close above on GU. It did. No bottom wick though, and no structure on GU, and no 1 hour bottom wick. So 17 minutes now. If the 15 does close above, it's unlikely, but it's still a possibility it can flip. How is Dixie looking before FOMC today? I'm interested to see how Dixie's looking. Yeah, it's looking pretty bearish. Double top formed here, potentially a double bottom form, so just range. Do we want to fill some of this LTA a little bit lower? Back to 100. Yeah, potentially ready to break 100 if we see Interest rates come down, right? Let's fill some of this LTA here. Not interest rate. Yeah, the rates. Five-minute did make a bottom wick now. What will be really interesting is in the last 1 minute, if this closes below, next candle gets below here, that will be selling option. If we hold above here, we can still look for those buys. Please check oil. I'm looking to buy now. I would wait till after FOMC. It's a bit risky now, but if you have a plan to trade with FOMC and oil, then you can follow your plan. I'm not going to deviate you from that. All right, look at this. Wow. Last few seconds closed below, basically. I want to see how that looks across other brokers. Yeah. That basically closed at on this broker. My broker did what? My broker closed above slightly. But yeah, not the most confident inducing. This is why waiting for closures is really important. So I think now if we can create structure, this should be okay for upside. If not, then we still stick with our selling bias. We still stick with our selling bias. And we look for those sells. What do you think about GJ longs? Yeah, I've been waiting for a way to get into GJ longs here, but the problem is we don't have range towards the left here. This daily support is coming from where? I think this previous daily support not too relevant anymore. Might be though. Yeah, we're still reacting off it. Yeah, we still reacted off it. I think maybe above here 700, 7 or 800 buys would make sense. I really wanted to buy off based off a pullback. 5 minute no structure. So this is two options I have. 5 minute create structure now. I buy after that happens so I can put stop loss below that and rely on this just not doing this to continue down because it's a very impulsive news move, right? So that's option number one. Option number two is let structure happen above and we can take buys above maybe 800 here to continue a small scalp to trade this range here where we can look to maximize. That would be where we look to maximize. So that's kind of the two options I'm populating right now. Look at gold here. We spoke about counter trend options being tough. They definitely are sometimes tough here. Like I would be very uncomfortable holding drawdown in this trade as I don't have probabilities with me. There's more probabilities of sells happening. So we still have the option to take sells below here. Still can play out during this session. Oh shit, what the hell? How long are you sitting at the charts? How long are you sitting with charts daily? Oh, I sit at the charts for about intensively. I sit at the charts for 3 hours. 3 hours intensively, where I'm fully locked in. New York session, I have alerts on the charts, and then I'm analyzing during different parts of the day, just keeping updated. You know. Do you even juicier back in the range if that's a liquidity grab? Precisely, yeah, it would be pretty juicy, to be honest. Will be. Even I feel like I might even want to go aggressive if a 5 just is able to close below here. I mean, if we get the 15 closing below, yes, that looks nice. Harry, why you have bearish bias on GU? Why will you buy if it closes above? Just based on the higher low structure we've been having on a GU here. Very nice higher low, formed a very intensive push here. We made new highs, we broke above new highs. This could be just a pullback to continue up further, which I still can imagine is a case here and a possibility. If we look at weekly time frame, right, we've left a very strong rejection. So it is a possibility here. That's why I'm keeping it not out of the question, especially if price just does not want to go down for the session. It's not the case at the moment. We are seeing resistances formed. We are showing signs of rejection, so our sell bias can still be all right. Give me a sec, guys. I'll just go toilet, come back, grab some water as well. This is where the buys can also still make sense, right? That's what I mean. If we just continue to make these supports here and it doesn't want to go down, then we can play some of that. We'll see on closures. Don't have to worry about this 1 hour no bottom wick after the close. That's good for buys, exactly, because it will close, right? It will be the 1 hour close. 1 hour will be closing strong bullish. So it starts to make more sense. I don't mean to be rude, but do you go to the toilet to take a piss in that short of time? I mean, if it were me, I would at least take 3 minutes, super pro, fast max. Yeah, I don't need to spend much time in there, man. What is it? It takes like, 20-second piss. Quickly wash your hands. It's right next to where I am, so, I mean, my toilet's right there. It's literally right there, so. I don't need to spend any 3 minutes is a long time, man. It's a long time. I'm also intentionally move fast, right? I don't want to miss anything. Gold is counter trend. It's just kind of failing to move up smoothly. 3 minutes is 3 1-minute candles, exactly. Yeah, max 30 seconds. I mean, the only time you're pissing more than 30 seconds is probably if you've been holding it for a while. Or how did we even get into this conversation? Or wake up in the morning? I don't know why we're just how we got into that comment. But it's true though, it's true. That's the only time you're pissing more than 30 seconds. 5 minutes for this candle to close here, which is the 1 hour close. Hopefully we can chill for 5 minutes. Oof, you know what would be perfect here? I don't know if I want to say it because maybe it won't happen, but we'll have to say it anyways. What'll be perfect right now is if we can get the next candle to do what? Does anyone know before I say it to make what? Because we have 5 minutes to the 1 hour close. So what would be perfect if the next 5 minute could form? Yeah, I think Murray got it. A res? No, to form. Yes, Space Burger got it. Thunder, yeah. If we got a little thunder here, that would be nice. Seven pips to there. If we can cross there, we're about 16 pips. More than 16. We have big range. This is a whole zone here, though. We would have to watch this as a whole zone. That could be the retest zone for sells, so we'd have to be careful with that. I've sent you my trade from Insta. Can you check it and say if everything's okay? Maybe it was just luck. I'll have to check it later, man. At the moment I'm on stream. I don't check Insta during stream. I just check it during certain times of the day. Yesterday I missed the GU buy because I was in the toilet. Yesterday I missed the GU buy because I was cooking lunch and my alert didn't trigger. Spreads are big even if you get a thunderstorm. Why? Spreads have gone wider today? Let me have a look. Bro, my spread is 0.1 pips. It's the same. It's the same. Spreads is not bigger. They're the same. Uh-oh, not last 1 minute push. Not today, please. Reject now, please. Not today. We don't need last 1 minute push today, please. I want a nice bottom wick on this 1 hour candle because this 1 hour candle is very extended, right? So we want to see London come and grab liquidity. Grab liquidity for London, please. If it pushes anymore, it's not going to give us range, man. It has to chill. It has to chill here. We shall see. Interesting how mundane GJ is. It's just literally doing nothing. Another idea I have is this. If we can create another higher low, we can take a buy on that higher low as well, which is the 1 hour bottom wick. I noticed GU likes to make good 1 hour bottom wicks, so that's something that we could do here. It's a little bit high because we have to consider we want some good range here. We want some good range to this zone, which is that whole previous range is like 4 pips. 11 pip stop loss. It's quite a big stop loss for, you know, GU here. No top wick, but that's already been made. See if we can come deeper here. 30-minute has around 4 pips to the break-even zone. I don't know if it's going to be worth it just going break of high. 4 pip break even. 11 pip stop loss. 1 to 1 would be up here. It's a pretty big move to happen all at once. See if we can buy on a pullback here. Let's see if we can buy on a pullback. As I say that, it literally pumps. Yeah, we're too close to this resistance. We're too close to this resistance. I just don't think it's worth our time, man. I don't think it's worth our time. I really think, for me, I mean, you can personally take it here. That is an option. And then try just, you know, sit through price, potentially taking its time to get up to here. The only thing that puts me off is how big of a push we've had, right? That's what puts me off here. We have had a massive push. So I want to buy from pullbacks to allow me to hit target. So that's what I'm going to do. Need a deeper bottom wick? It would be preferred. Well, just to give us more range. Because imagine we're buying from somewhere down here. Now just to get to the 15 is 10 pips. Just to the 15. So that could be like where we're securing, right? That will be enough. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let the 1 hour give us good bottom wick here, and I'll take it like that. Check GJ. What did GJ do? So GJ is trying to flip here. Yeah, so previous on GJ close bearish, 30-minute close bullish here. We're trying to break through this zone. I'd say a 5-minute close above here could be okay for continuation. Just the problem is we don't have range. It's different than GU. GU we do have range. GJ we don't. GU we don't. We actually need GJ to chill now so that we can get our GU pullback to take buys. What does it mean we have range? We have clean trading range here, right? This is clean all the way up to the 15, and then past the 15 is clean. GJ is not the same. GJ is messy. You have 15-minute res here, you have 15-minute res here, 30-minute the same. 30 minutes actually a little bit cleaner, but we've had nothing close above. We don't have 30-minute closing above this or this. Yeah, range is different than ranging, right? How long do you think you will continue these streams? Do you see it for years in the future? I don't know. Can't answer that right now. Can't answer that right now. Not sure. Man, looks like this shit won't give us pullbacks. Closed at 10 pips. There's no way you got 10 pips out of that. That moved like 4 pips, bro. Come on. This GBP strength coming in strong here. This is why we're seeing price push up like it is. Any 5-minute pullback, I'm going to be interested here. Remember, we are bearish bias on GU, so we're technically going counter trend. So don't think that this is an easy setup here. This is a very complicated trade that demands, you know, for correct conditions to happen. We don't have a 4-hour bullish. We need good conditions to take this. And I'm really trying to pick this out properly. I think he may close at 4 pips. It's a shame GJ didn't close above here. Give us that continuation trade. I mean, you can take it based on 1 hour here, but bit of a journey you have to hold through. Good luck on Geo, I'm not touching it. Alright, alright. Good job for following your plan. I do commend that. I do commend that. I entered a long on NAS 2, 5-minute setup 1 thunderstorm. Looks like it's not following through at the moment. Let's see what's happening on NAS. Broke the high here. Tapped into these rejections. Let's see how 1 hour closed. 1 hour closed bullish here. 30-minute closing bullish. Yeah, just tapped this 30-minute. So it's having reaction from this 30-minute. Yeah, and it's also 15-minute. So that's, yeah, the trade was valid. It just tapped the zone here. So it's just reacting off that. Now, is it going to have the volume to push through? It has to respect 5-minute structure, which is down here at... it's down here at 504. So as long as it respects 504, it should be okay to continue up. If it breaks 504, it'll probably reject this zone here. So you can wait for it to break 504. Or, I mean, normally if you were just going to be worried about this anyways, that would be like your what we call the break-even zone, right? Taps that, you see rejection, game over. No volume to push through, you know? Now that first 5-minute close bullish, that means no chance for it to retest deeper. No, it still can retest deeper here. We can still get that higher low, right? Keep that in mind. This is just extending. That doesn't mean we will miss the higher low. Gold is faking out a lot. Yes, guys, remember today is FOMC day. I know a lot of you are in a rush to take a trade, but this is the one day that can change something that has not been done in the last 4 years, guys. Like, one day is not going to change your trading. If today is a day where you don't take a trade, good. That's better. Many traders are not trading today. You know, like I'm chill today, man. I'm chill. If I see something I like, I'll take it, just because why not? We have probabilities. Market seems to be acting normal. I don't see any abnormalities. Can't even pronounce it now. I don't see any at the moment, but I just want to get in a setup, especially a counter trend setup here. I do want that confirmation of pullback entry, just so we have range. Because, okay, let's say now we tapped into this zone. What are we doing here, guys? If we entered on the 15 break of high, what are we doing here? Are we going break even? Are we holding through? This is where I become uncomfortable, because I'm like, I know I should be managing, you know? I know I should be managing, you know? So now you'd be back in a, you know, basically break even, and you'd be like, shit, should I manage? Should I hold? It's counter trend, remember? Instead, if we can buy from a pullback zone, then it doesn't matter, because when we're wrong, it's going to break structure. We can manage off break of structure, but there's no break of structure here for a while. Like, this shit can pull back to here, no problem. Still end up going bullish. You know, I'm looking for pullback somewhere around here where we had our reaction, and then support formation to take buys back up. That's going to be my plan here. Problem is, can we get that? Can we get that action here? Can we get price pulling back for us, giving us an option to enter? That is the only question we have. Now looking at 5-minute bullish on that zone on GU, continue, just not a tap. Yeah, it doesn't have bottom wick though, so we could flip. Could flip after it taps. I just got to say, you are a legend for breaking down, creating your process and edge, and sharing it like this every day. You know, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you guys showing the love. Hey man, thanks man. Morning to you, bro. I think we can wait a little bit and get some form of pullback to continue these buys. Did your NAS respect the zone? If it respected the zone, it should be moving up. Yeah, there you go. Respected it, right? Didn't close, didn't break structure. Now, if you can get this close above here in 2 minutes, should be able to continue smoothly. If it starts to flip back, then you know, now you're back in a position where you have room to play with. Gold was pushing here. GJ pushing here. Come on, markets, give me an entry I want. We might just see momentum in today's market, no pullbacks. Might be one of these days, huh? No pullback days. No pullback days. It's okay though, FOMC day today. Shouldn't even be at the charts, to be honest. Doesn't bother me, but just so you know, the normal music is not on. What do you mean the normal music is not on? Oh shit. My bad, bro, my bad. Thanks for letting me know. Should be working. Someone from my work popped my bike tire 5 mile. Oh man. Unlucky, man. How do you expect tomorrow to be in terms of conditions? Man, this hasn't happened in 4 years. I've never seen what's happened at a rate cut. This will be the first time. No one has seen this. So we will have to wake up and see, you know? We'll have to wake up and see. Tomorrow we do have some news. It's not till 3 p.m. though. Right, rejection on the 15. Was this the start of the pullback? So we'll just wake up and see what happens, man. We'll wake up and see. I expect if we see a resolution, then there'll be volume tomorrow. If we see an absolute mess of a move, like a heavy move today, if we see something very, very, very heavy, then there'll actually be tomorrow range. There'll be tomorrow range because market will just be trying like a calm after the storm. So 15-minute candle failed to close back inside of this 15-minute range. We also failed to close back inside of this range here. You can see that. So is this just going to be a liquidity grab, break the high and then flip back down to create structure before trying to get back in the range? Or are we going to start a little reversal from here? We still have space towards the upside. So if we can hold supports, you know, we can look to maybe try scalp this today. Be quick in and out. We still have 11 pips to the 4 hour. GJ also creating a pullback now to potentially give us some sort of structure, to give us opportunities here as well. But yeah, Murray, how long we've been streaming now? For a while. What makes you ask how long do you think I'll be streaming for? It's an interesting question. What's the gender mix in exclusive group? I've been working on the assumption it's just guys. There is a mix. We have maybe about 5% women. Because it's a responsibility to show up every day. Maybe you want to enjoy your freedom you work for sure. Yeah. I mean, in terms of development, yeah. But I just want to get people on the right footing. You have to realize at some point, you know, people will reach a stage where they're comfortable. But I need to get them to that stage. Once they're at that stage, then we can have something a little bit more self-sufficient. Obviously for me as well. Definitely. I mean, it's not easy. Not a lot of people can stream this much, man. I mean, first of all, it's extremely hard to come out and show every day how you trade and do all of that stuff. I think a lot of people struggle with that, and the consistency needed, you know. But I'm here anyways because I'm trading. That's why I like to diversify, you know. Just kind of like maximizing, right? Maximizing everything right now. Pushing hard. Showing people what I can do. Because I'm not out here flexing lifestyle every day. So I have to show people through skill. Today currency can move 2.5%. It's quite a lot. That is quite a lot. But it's all goal dependent, right? The freedom is there. I can turn off stream anytime I want, you know. This is all by choice, to be honest. Let's risk the entire account. Let's not do that. This 5-minute close is interesting here. A lot of volume on this. 6 pips here. About... Oh, close no top wick. You have to be joking. You have to be joking. As soon as I plan a trade here, I get this. No time. I do have top wick on my broker though, but it's gone. It's gone. I did check my broker right now. I do have a top wick, but it's gone already. So I'll just wait for something else here, even if it comes back to entry. It's different. Have you ever tried Heikin-Ashi candles? Yes, I have used Heikin-Ashi candles. They're pretty cool. They're averages. They don't call them Heikin-Ashi anymore. They call them volume candles. Where's Heikin-Ashi? Oh, it's here. It's an average open and average close. It's very good for holding a trade, realizing if you need to close the trade or not. But it's not accurate for entry, right? As it's averages. If I trade today, I really want to trade during London. New York, I don't trust it, man. I don't know. It's kind of like a wait and see type thing. Definitely don't want to sit and watch paint dry for today. I need to save mental capacity. We can get the most juicy setup 2 on GU now. Well, hopefully. That's why I wrote it. So it can actually happen. Will you reach 100 wins this year? I hope so. I hope so. Something that I keep noticing sometimes, taking GU doesn't stop after one big candle. Not sure what you mean. I keep noticing sometimes taking. Not sure what you mean by that. I get what you mean, not noticing, but I don't know what you mean. This is news related. Taking what? On what? With news? This one I think we can consider with news, right? This 1 hour. This is a difference, I think. In this scenario. But then it becomes 50-50 because GU loves to pull back as well. You know GU loves to pull back. Like this scenario here, big candle, pullbacks. Big candles, pull back, continuation. Then we had straight continuation, eventually pull back. Yeah, it's just unlucky here. I guess today's making the straight push, no pullbacks. Which I didn't know because of news. Which I didn't know. So now it's glad I executed my plan. Thought I was winning my book. Yeah, I think once it revisited that break-even zone, right? It has no business to come back. You see? Nothing close above. Remember we said, if nothing close above that zone, you are in a spot to manage. As soon as you see it don't close above, boom, get out. Get out there and be done with it because it's not doing anything, right? It's not doing anything. The second time it has to go. If your plan was just hold TPSL, which I don't disagree with, this is also fine. Perfect. You just take the next trade. Because if your plan is not to move to break even, then you just have to keep taking those trades, right? It doesn't matter. Long term, it's going to be the same result. It's just now you can't let this, obviously, this loss put you off. What do you think about gold sells? I do think it could be an option here. We are holding higher low in 5 minute. But definitely if 30 closes bearish would be interesting. I've really been enjoying the streams past few since I found you. Appreciate the content. No, I'm glad you like it. Definitely a lot of stuff goes on here. A lot of valuable information we talk about on the streams. A lot of valuable information. I was actually thinking of taking a break from streaming. I feel like I give so much away. And sometimes it gets taken for granted, you know? So I was actually thinking of doing that. We'll see though. We'll see. I want to make sure people are locked in, you know? I want to make sure people are locked in here. I always liked that environment. When I started streaming, a lot of people were locked in. I won't stop. Don't worry about that. I won't stop stream. Exclusive group got 400 applications. Well, no, I'm not even accepting people in the exclusive group, so I put everyone on waitlist except like 1-2 people. I say all about discipline. Yeah, I'm happy to show up, but I want people locked in, you know? I want to see people hype. I want to show up to an environment where people on stream are enjoying the experience and we're all trading together as we always do. This is a very strong environment, right? I like this type of environment. This makes me, you know, wanting to, you know, this makes me want to show up. So this is what we're going to do, you know, we're going to make sure that everyone is focused in here. I think we present some of the best information, you know, and I do enjoy it. I think we're the most consistent London streamer. I think it's too much to want. I think even the expectations are not that. It's not locked in, but I want to see like more engagement, not just people show up for me just to take a trade, and they don't care about the value, you know. A lot of people before we see a lot of people in stream also show up to learn some stuff, and that's really important because that's what's going to make you money. Yeah, of course, when the trade comes, we take it. I'm transparent with what I do on the charts, you know. We just want to grow, right? We want to grow, not contract. I think it could be beneficial. How long since you've taken a break? 4 years. 5 years now. 5 years since I've taken a break. Last time I took a break, like a holiday from something, was 2019. Please continue. Yeah, don't worry, guys. We're here, but we need to make it a goal. We need to make it a goal to bring, because obviously people like haters will come in, they'll make it a negative environment. So what we have to do is every morning come with good energy, reflect that energy on the market, and we push up big. We push up big. 1,000 viewers in London session coming soon. I'm telling you, we're going to hit that goal. I'm telling you. That's people prerogative. The ones who put in the hard work will reap the rewards for sure. You can't wish for more? Yes, that's why I show up, right? That's why I show up. So gold closed bearish here. How did 30-minute close? Oof, kind of doji here. We didn't really fully retest the zone. 5 minutes still has higher low structure, so be careful with 5 minute higher low structure. Take a break December to January and have your holiday camps in Cape Town. All right. No, we're good, bro. We're good. We're here. I'm here to trade, man. I'm here to trade. I was just saying YouTube stream, I wouldn't stop trading. I would just go and stream in exclusives. But no, we're going to keep it going, guys. We're going to keep it going. But we need to make it a goal. We needed to make it a goal to get to 1,000 viewers live. That would be fun. That's how we were. Remember last year, this time, every day we were grinding. And that was fun because it was hype. People were coming in, learning. Because a lot of you guys are repeat viewers, which is amazing. But, you know, we want new questions, new people coming in, and we need people to make fun of. When's the last time I had a rant? It's not enough rants. Like, you guys are too good. Everyone's asking, you know, good questions. Where's the rants? Where is the rants? Yeah, when's the last time we had comment of the day? Think about it. Everyone in here is sensible. Look at these questions. Look, I'll show you YouTube chat questions. Geo reacting 50-minute resistance. Above 187, there's clean range on GJ, can take buys above it. All sensible questions. There's a 30-minute resistance at 131. I like to see though. This is showing me, I think this is progression though. I think this is progression. I just have to accept this is progression. Right? This is people getting better and reaping the skill. And we're gonna keep killing it, man. This is the most, yeah, man. This is exciting. 100 wins, hopefully coming end of year, and I'm really looking forward for the future of the stream here. I think future of the stream is gonna be extremely exciting. Only thing we could do is get better. It's higher low on gold. Also, what contributed is the knowledge to the free videos? Yeah, I'll tell you why I give free knowledge, okay? I want to tell you guys why I give so much free knowledge. It's not because I'm trying to, you know, sell myself out per se or trying to prove something. The reason I give free knowledge is because I really want this industry to change a little bit with the people who are exposed to me. So everyone else is kind of greedy in this industry. They want to push their own incentives, but a lot of people get messed up here. I just want to come into this space and I want to let people show realistic expectations, right, in the market, how it actually is to trade based on my experience, and not here push an opinion and an agenda on you. That is why I do so much, because I know for a fact a lot of these people do not have the value to sell their services and give information for free, because they want to charge for more information. I don't need to charge for more information. The reason being is because I know a key role in this is application of that information. So I can give the information for free, but if people want to pay me for my time, then that's where the value can come in. And that's why I do so much for free. That's why I do so much for free. And tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, there's a big free gift coming. The guys in the exclusive group know your gift, but I'm looking forward to this gift. I'm looking forward to this gift. I think it could be extremely useful. Extremely useful. What's going on outside? So let's get it, guys. Let's get it. I don't know if we're gonna see anything interesting here. We might have, it might just take some time for these pullbacks to come through. Might just take its time. Why do you always mention a lower high? What does that tell you? Lower high is part of market structure. It's part of market structure. Issue is you two don't even bother to give a like. I don't know. The only reason I do likes is to see how many people are engaged. That's it. Just 2 months in the stream and my progress is literally insane. Oh, amazing, amazing. I'm happy to hear that, man. I'm happy. Please reply. I am entered gold from 2560. What is your opinion? Well, I can't tell you anything because you are telling me where you entered. I don't know if you're long. I don't know if you're short. So, when will you accept on the wait list or open the group? Group has been closed now for 2 months. 2 months we've closed the group, I think, or a month and a half. I can't remember when the last time. And yeah, the only way to make it in at the moment is to be on the wait list. I am accepting one person a week, or another way to make it in is you apply on the wait list and DM me why you want to be in. So if I can approve that you are actually someone who's looking to stay there and improve, then yes, you can make it in as well. I'm not sure when I'll open the group. This is the first time I've left it closed for this long. I just like the momentum we're having in the group. I don't want to ruin that momentum. There's a lot of people in the group seeing some good results here. I like the flow. And I like, you know, allowing filtered people in at the moment. Some of the results have been very nice. I'm seeing progression and people are staying in a little bit longer, and the people who don't want to be in, you know, or just want to be in for a month and leave, that is totally up to them. It's nice to see, you know, we have people, good results coming in. This was nice to see the other day, and we're just seeing progression being made. This was pretty cool. I sent this when he passed phase 1. This was back last month here. Basically, end of last month. I said, nice man, happy, great when you pass phase 1, and it solidifies it now, passing phase 2, which was important because in his phase 2, he was down 8% on phase 2. So it really solidifies it to come from minus 8% to profits. That's a good recovery. That shows that you know what you're doing. So in that sense, instead of just passing it quickly, where you won't get a payout. Again, payouts are going to be important. Obviously, that's what you work hard for. So yeah, it's cool to see. It's cool to see, and I like this kind of flow. People who are being in month-to-month basis are seeing improvements here, which is always my goal. So I also don't like people who, I don't mind people coming in, for a short amount of time, but I want them to be focused. I don't want them to come in and I give a lot of my effort, just for them not to be locked in there. So this is why I've kept it closed. But I will open it. Do I have to trade your strategy, or could I join for self-improvement only? You could join for self-improvement only, but you will benefit from following from the strategy, right? You will benefit. I mean, we talk a shit ton of psychology. Discipline, man. The fact of keeping yourself accountable. I started in the group as well, journals. Everyone has their own journal if they wish to create one. And they put it in there, I've been seeing people. I can see when people update their journal 1 day ago, 7 days ago, lacking, right? 1 day ago, 11 hours ago. So you can see this is going to hold you accountable. It's going to hold you accountable. But yeah, if you want to know what's part of the group, that's here. I'm not going to explain that now because I've explained that 100 times. So that's why I made this landing page, so I don't have to explain it. Interesting liquidity grab here on GU. I wonder if it will give a second go towards the upside. How would you recommend people overcome replacing bad old habits? Well, you have to realize habits are triggered from something that you've done in the past. So you have to reignite those trigger points. So what I mean by that is, let's take a habit of smoking, right? If you're a smoker, what wants to make you smoke, right? It's the reaction that you get from it. You get what I'm saying? So it's like if you're a smoker, you want that relaxed nicotine rush. Now the trigger might be a stressful day at work, might be something that annoyed you. You want to go for a smoke. So the thing is, there has to be a reward on the other side. So to replace old bad habits, you have to reward yourself when you do something good. So what that means is, let's say now your new bad habit is taking 2 trades a day. If you successfully take 2 trades a day, treat yourself in some way, commend yourself. Successfully go write down in your journal, today I took 2 trades. So that will make you have that good feeling. Now in the market, the reason why trading is so hard is we don't always get gifted with profits, even though we do things good. And that's why the reward would be hard, but you need to reward yourself with the process, not the money. And eventually what will happen is you will be rewarded with money on top of that, because you're following a structured process. And this is what will happen. It will naturally happen. As a smoker, I always interested how I don't feel the need at the gym, in the plane, or in places. Can't think about it. Yes, it's because of the, find activities. Well, there has to be a reward. So there's a trigger point, what causes you to smoke, and the resolution, right? The resolution is because of the feeling you get. Now those places don't, like the plane or the gym, they're not causing you that need to smoke. Trading stressful, work is stressful, that's the trigger. So you need to reward yourself in a different way. How to reward ourselves for good process following? Do you buy a suite or anything, offer your reward? Depends. You could do anything you want. You can do anything you want to reward yourself. I reward myself because I know long term that I'm gonna see. This is what makes trading hard, is we don't always get rewarded because we lose money in the process. But I reward myself mentally by saying this is a progression further, and that excites me, because if I know I'm progressing, then that's going to be more for me. Remember, in this game of entrepreneurship and stuff like this, we see there's a lot of not linear, but ranging price. All of this is building the skills, and then suddenly you reap the rewards in terms of monetary. That's how I've made money in this game. I notice there's a lot of times where I'm sitting doing nothing and feel like nothing's happening, and then all at once it comes, and then it starts again, and then all at once it comes. It's how I've noticed I've made money in trading. And all of those times you're accumulating is all the skills you need to make money. As a trader, you probably need to make every single mistake possible, so otherwise you are going to make it at some point, right? Starting to see some weakness come into the market here. This could start to form our pullback. Start to form the pullback we wanted, right? So that's exactly what I'm going to wait for. I'm going to wait for that today, I guess. Not my day, I guess, in terms of finding entries. Would have this given me a 1-to-1 here? We would have had 11.9 pip stop and 9 pip TP. So I would still be holding this position if I was in at break even. We wouldn't be tapped out break even yet, but it wouldn't have given me TP. I think earliest I can close is about 10 pips. 10 pips, you know, slightly negative RR, but that's probably the only way I would be able to close. So essentially here, if I was still in on the first position here, I would be just holding here, seeing if it's gonna play out to break even or to TP. We wouldn't have hit TP yet. Would have come close though. Would have come close. What are we reacting off now? This 5 minute? Yeah. It looks like it might want to continue, but we just have no 15-minute pullback. So if we can get a 15-minute pullback, you know I'm ready to enter. That's been my plan since the morning. So hopefully we do get that. And then we can look to capitalize off this. Listen guys, today FOMC day. It was my plan from this week not to trade today. I showed up anyways because when I woke up this morning, markets looked pretty good. They looked pretty good. I was not sure how news was going to affect. News days are always messy for me. I always find it tough to find solid entries after a news move, as it kind of ruins my ASP, ruins my market positioning, right? We're always pushing up at highs or lows, or sometimes we get lucky and news gives us, like we were looking for today, opportunities to come back down, right? This would have been a nice sell if we had that opportunity. Remember, today is still bearish bias for now until an hour where we close this 4-hour bullish. At the moment, it's looking extremely likely we close the 4-hour bullish here. Extremely likely we close the 4-hour bullish. And yeah, I mean, that's what I'm looking for at the moment here, is what I stated, you know, is for that. I don't really see anything at the moment. Price looks like it will end up giving me where I would have wanted to close on the original position here. Where would have TP been? TP would have been, yeah, literally right there. So it's pretty close to that first TP. I'll take that as a note, and we're gonna smash it tomorrow, hopefully. So let's see what happens tonight, guys. Let's see what happens tonight. I do expect some sort of fireworks, and we're gonna react accordingly. We're gonna react accordingly, and tomorrow we might have some pretty amazing movement. So I'm gonna show up tomorrow. I'm coming in and just trading what I see. I don't have any expectations for tomorrow because I don't know. This could be something new. Let's see what ends up happening and let's react accordingly. Hopefully we can catch some pips here. Only taken one trade this week, and I'm looking to hopefully catch some clean pips here. Sorry I could not give a position for all those who are waiting to see how I take a trade. Just show up to future streams. We do take trades. As soon as Q4 kicks in, I do feel things will pick up. I really do feel things will pick up. So yeah, I appreciate you guys. Will you be live during news? I will be sleeping. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully see you on tomorrow's stream. Let's get it, guys. Big pips coming soon. Take care. Trade sharp. Save your bullets. Save your bullets. Please do not do anything stupid. Take care, trade sharp, and hopefully speak to you guys very, very soon. Peace. See you guys.